Alright, man. Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rachak Double honor unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who are well and who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. To the brothers and sisters who are listening and learning at this time also. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rachak Barakatam Tamyad. And this is going to be a quick one here. And also Shabbat Shalom. All right, Tuesday evening over here in England. The sun went down about 4 hours ago, 3 and a bit hours ago. So the new moon's coming. It's the Sabbath for the new month. So Shabbat Shalom. But before the sunset, I was watching this film. And many brothers have done videos on it. There's a lot you can analyze on it, and get deeper into it. I mean, I can analyze films and stuff, but there's like brothers that kind of, get into it better and do it better than me. So I'm not going to attempt to do that now. Certain scenes and certain writings. What I will say is I don't want to spoil it if you ain't watched it, but near the beginning, when the ship comes, in from the coast, it has white lion on it. But anyway, I'm not gonna spoil it, because it's still relatively new. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly advise watching this movie. Okay, now I've watched it, but I just drew it back to this scene here, and I paused it because that's essentially America going up in smoke. Okay, but leave the world behind, man. They're telling you plainly, right? Okay, they're telling you plainly what's gonna happen. Now, what I've got, I put it on. I had to. What did I do? I took a photo of it. I wrote it down in my notes. Okay, and one of the lines, and I'm not gonna spoil it all, but one of the lines that they say in this movie is, "We made a lot of enemies around the world. Maybe a few of them teamed up." All right, and essentially it's like a cyber slash. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, man. I'm trying hard not to get into it too deep. But essentially, man, America in the movie's under attack, and pretty much the internet gets shut down, you know. And with the internet shut down, people can't move about, they can't make calls, they can't send emails, they can't send texts, and it kind of brings life to a standstill. Now we know the agenda of what they're gonna do with the internet, and the primary reason they're gonna shut it down is because of the men of the Lord. Okay, that's in what Psalms the 19th chapter. It speaks about the heavens declaring. You know what? Let's pull it, because we've taken over that medium, as it were. I'm not sure if that's the right word. You got to look into words, because you can say something and then you look into the actual meaning of it and it's something totally different. But that, I'd say, apparatus then, you know, the tool of the internet, we've taken it over, and it's changed the course of the world. And the scriptures speak about that. They who turn the world upside down. That's happened all over again in these final days. Okay, this is Psalms 19 and verse 1, and it says, "A psalm of David, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge." Okay, so you got them satellites out there which can transmit all kind of data, video, sound, across the world, in real time, So that's what we've done on the internet, man. Okay, but in this movie here, the internet got shut down. People getting sick, teeth dropping out, city shut down. Now, what I want to speak about is there's a scene, I'm on it right now. Let's see if I can. Another scene I'm gonna pause it on is this one. Oh shit. See, you gotta bear with me on these sites because I'm watching it on a site that every time you click it, it changes the it changes the it puts up these pop-up pages, man. It's like a site where you can get all kind of, see, there you go again. See if I can make it bigger. Bear with me a second. There's a particular scene I want to find and show you. Maybe here. One second. Right, let's pause it there. Can't play it because of the copyright and all of that. But you can see you got this black geezer here, right? And he's with a white guy. And then you've got another white guy coming out of his house. Now, maybe you can't pick it up on the camera, but the guy coming out of his house over here, right? He's got a gun in his hand. I'm not good with guns. It looks like a rifle. I don't know. I could be wrong, you know. But the black geezer, right? He knows this dude that's coming out of the house. He says it's his good friend, right? And the other white guy that the black guy's with, his son is the one that's sick. So the black guy said, you know, let's go to my friend's house, see if he's got some medication. He's a prepper. And the black guy was taken aback. You know, he said, listen, I need you to step off my porch and walk towards your car. You know, and when you get into it, the black guy was taken aback because he was like, what the fuck? Like, we're friends, man. I'm coming to you for help. And then he goes, essentially, look, man, when the world stops, relationships stop. I'm making it up. You know, it's not exactly what he said. But however the line goes, he was portraying that message. Look, man, when end of the world scenarios start playing out, things change. Yeah, when the world was working, you know, and everything was cool and society was the norm, as it were. Yeah, we're buster buddies, we're friends, but now it's some end of the world type shit. You know, you got to be cautious of everyone, you know. Now, that's in the scriptures, man. You know, that's in the scriptures about people, you know, turning on each other. Okay, let's pull some precepts here. Bear with me 1 second. Where's this? Well, you know what? There's another precept I can get. Second, this. You know what? I'm gonna read this. Get it together, bro. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, and it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Invading one another, man. You know, you're gonna have people running up in people's homes that they were once cool with. You know, nah, that's Jackie, my neighbour. Yeah, nah, she's a lovely soul. She couldn't do no wrong. You know, that's how them Cockney Edomites over here speak in England. You know, nah, she's lovely. And all that kind of crap. All your neighbours that you're cool with, you know, you know, neighbours cooking for one another, giving each other stuff and all of that, it's gonna go out the window, man. You know, some people, they even give the neighbour the spare key if they've known them for a couple of years. You know, people gonna be retracting that spare key, you know. Yeah, it's alright if I get that key back, you know, because people are gonna start not trusting one another. Because the conditions of society is gonna get so bleak out here, man. You know. Like, and then when we watched the movie, the black guy was taken aback. He was like, whoa, why are you gonna do that? No, we had to do that because the conditions of society had changed, man. Okay. Now in the next verse, it says, a man shall desire to go into his city and shall not be able. Now what I want to do is find that spot in the movie where they try to get out of the city. Like I said, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, so I'm not gonna get into it all. But they tried to get out of the city, and they had electric driverless cars that were just crashing into one another, and essentially they couldn't get out. Now there's a still I want to get. Damn. Yeah, here we go. See, so if I go back here.
A little differently, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. So all you have here are these are Tesla cars. Okay. Now the Teslas were just crashing into one another. So they thought it was traffic, but it wasn't traffic. These are driverless Tesla cars that were just they're just crashing into one another on the road that would take them to the highway out of the city. Or sorry, back to the city. You know, and they made sure they put in there it was driverless cars. Now Teslas are electric. Okay. Now the thing with electric cars is that they run off the RFID. You know, petrol, diesel, these are not natural. I mean, they're all processed and stuff, but at their core, they're natural resources of the earth, so they can't be turned on and off. The only way it stops is a matter of running out of fuel. But when you got something that's remotely controlled, you can turn that off, man. So what they were doing is that they'd program the cars to block up the highway and just crash into one another. So any manual driver couldn't get through that, man. But it's twofold, because if you have an electric car, you say, fuck this, man, I'm getting out of the city. Oh yeah. You jump in the whip, and the whip might not turn on. The whip's on standby mode. You know, you know, push the start. No, it's not going on. You know, you have your wife next to you, the children in the back. She starts screaming, the baby start crying. You know, and you're there gripping the steering wheel. You know, you're violently push the start button, and it's not starting. You're pushing, but it's not starting. The button's not doing its function. Yeah, why? Because they turned it off. Okay. So here it is, 2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know, for many reasons, they're going to start shutting off roads. They're going to start shutting off access to certain places. They're going to limit how long you can be in particular places. They've already started doing that. They started calling places cells, and they started doing 15-minute cities. Okay, you're in your cell, you're in your zone, and you can only be there for 15 minutes. You know, they're rationing your outside time. Okay, you can't travel to certain places anymore. Shutting off certain motorways, highways, and then the cars are going electric. That's a part of Agenda 2030. And as we've well established, anything that they want to do under Agenda 2030 doesn't mean they're trying to fulfill it in the year 2030. It means they're trying to fulfill it before 2030. So Agenda 2030 is right now, you know. Okay, and they're going to have to speed it up because they're beginning to see the Lord is disappointing their enterprise, man. Okay, so they showed you that in this thing. You know what? Bear with me 1 second. I'm coming back. Excuse me, Salaki about that. But yeah, man, they were showing you these things in this movie, man. They were showing you all of these things, man. A man, again, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Now, they were sharing a house with this family, again, not to get into it too deep. And they thought they were big and bad. Nah, I'm going to do what's best for my family. We're going to leave. You know, the other family was like, we don't think that's a good idea. And they go, nah, we're going to leave. And then, as they say, they came back with their tail between their legs because they didn't get very far because they were met with this. Driverless Tesla cars, man. You know, shout out to the brother, your cow, man. Remember a couple months ago, we was, joking about that, because that brother, man, he, that's a beautiful brother. Brother had quite a few cars, man. We're into cars and stuff, and they tried to offer him some fully electric thing, and we was like, man, fuck that, man. They don't know no fucking full electric, because when the government say off, right, the car is going on standby. It's not debatable, man. Okay. So that's that. They can't travel. That's second Ezra 15, 17. I mean, what else can we get? They had a, you know what? Let's get this, the grinding seas. Bear with me a second there. Oh, this fucking phone, man. So like, you see what they want, yeah? When they want you to talk about updates, when they want you to get updates on the phone, then things don't work as it should. The phone just starts bugging out. They want me to upgrade the phone. And then all of a sudden it's not working. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3, and it says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, which are your elite banking families, and the strong men shall bow themselves on the ground and seas because they are few, and those that look out the window shall be darkened. Yeah, because the economy is going to crash. The economy is going to crash. Now, another point in this movie is whereby the guy wanted help in that same screenshot I just showed you. And he goes, I'll pay you. And he took out like dollar bills. Well, not dollar bills, but he took out like cash money. And the guy goes, cash might not mean anything. That was another buzz. Now, a lot of people will just hear that line like, well, yeah, because if the whole world's come to a standstill, what's cash gonna do? Look at ancient history. Well, it's not. Well, I say ancient, but look at history. You've got was it in World War II? You had the Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic when the shit. What's the name of the? I used to be good at history, man. What's the name of the currency there? Shit, it was in Germany. The Weimar Republic. It will come back to me in a second. But what happened was the economy crashed, so people wasn't even using money or the notes to even do anything. What were they using the notes for? They were using the notes to keep the fires lit so they could stay warm. So all that flossing, all that, yeah, I got money, I got cash. Look, man, there's times in history where cash meant nothing. The Weimar Republic, you had children throwing the money into the fire to keep it going so they could stay warm. Nobody was worried about gathering money. They weren't fixated on that. They were concerned about staying warm, man. If they're sick trying to get better, if they're cut trying to get patched up, and that's how it's going. No, look, man, this whole cash thing is going out the window. And then the guy goes in the movie, he goes, well, I mean, I don't have internet, so I ain't got my credit card, I ain't got my bank card. What's that letting you know about the internet of things, man? So if you're not locked in with the chip, essentially, you're out, man. But it was a very good movie. There's other points I could touch on, you know, but probably gonna wrap it up there, you know. But Leave the World Behind. Yeah, it's definitely a must-watch movie. You know, you can catch it on Netflix. You can catch it on, you know, some other sites. But yeah, you know, these things, it's called predictive programming. They're showing us, you know, what's gonna happen, but we already know it's gonna happen because we got we got the scriptures, you know. That word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So the pathway is already lit for us. You know, we know how the world ends, you know, and what's gonna happen after this world ends, this current system, when this is done, we know what's gonna happen next. We know that according to 2 Ezra 6 and 9, man, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the pathway is lit for us all the way up until the kingdom. We know how it's gonna go. We know that Esau's world is going down. We know how his world is going down. And once his world has been de-established, we know what's gonna be the next setup. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Okay. Right? But yeah, man, it's a good movie. And it's straight to the point. You know, a lot of these movies have a lot of bullshit and it's straight to the point, man. It's straight to the point. Okay. As I said, there's many other parts within it that was very profound, but I'm not gonna ruin the whole thing. I'm not gonna tell you all. So if you haven't watched it, I would highly advise watching it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there, man. So you know, Lord willing, tomorrow I'll come back with some more videos. Stay strong, man. Stay praying. You know, that's been a big thing lately. Damn, I can't remember. Is it in Luke? I was reading it earlier today, man, but I can't remember where it's at. I think it's in Luke. The Lord said, pray that the Heavenly Father, pray in my name that the Heavenly Father keeps you through the tribulation to come. I think it's in the book of Luke somewhere, man. You know, but yeah, stay praying, man, because it's the end of the world, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's the end of the world. And look, man, Yahweh Shai's at the door. Okay, so things are gonna intensify. Things are gonna get worse out here. So as it gets more spooky, more dangerous, more cold outside. I'm not talking, you know, weather-wise. You know, I'm talking spiritually. As it gets cold outside, you know, we gotta pray to be hot in the spirit. You know, tapped in, tuned in. You know, yeah. There's a lot of things to speak about. You know, I may do an on-screen lesson later tonight. We'll see how the Spirit's leading, man. But there's a lot to speak about. But yeah, stay praying, man. Yeah, man. So, Kawala Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rcha Kwadash. Okay, double honors unto the elder apostles again and the elder bishops who well to us his truth, man. To you brothers and sisters, man. You know, Akyam wa Akwath. Shabbat Shalom, man. I'll catch you. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatan.